All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Dan King from Fistbump Media. And I'd just like to thank everybody for taking a few minutes out of your day to check this out. At Fistbump Media, we're all about telling the story and helping people kind of amplify their voice and what they do and stuff. So we're here today. We're going to talk a little bit about a little Christmas project that we're working on. And I've got a couple really special guests with me right now, too. First, we've got Vanessa Morris from Selah Freedom. She's the Awareness and Prevention Coordinator. Hey, and we also have Pastor David Gibson from Church of Motion here in Sarasota, Florida as well, too. So give away to David.
Hey.
Awesome. So anyway, I'm going to jump right into this. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this Christmas project, what we're doing, and we're going to talk to David and Vanessa both a little bit about the kind of the heart of this and why it's important, and just really kind of encourage folks about and educate them about kind of what we're doing here. So, but we're doing what we call kind of a Christmas for survivors. Project for some of the human trafficking survivors that Selah, they bring in and help kind of I don't know, rehabilitate them. Is that the right word? That stuff, kind of get them back into society and everything. And Vanessa will talk more about that a little bit too. But we really want to try to provide the best Christmas ever. And so what we're shooting for is what we're targeting is we're targeting at least $600 for this project. So it's not a huge break the bank kind of thing and stuff. And what Fistbump Media is doing is we're actually taking any new hosting clients that we bring on. We're donating the entire first month of their service and stuff to this project. But we also know too that we've got a lot of friends and some of our clients and stuff too. They're really into this kind of thing, and so we're opening up too as well, so others can make any other donations and stuff like that to go 100% directly to the project and stuff too. So we've got a couple ways that people can support this. And right now we haven't been going full force before Thanksgiving and stuff too. I mean, Christmas doesn't really start until after Thanksgiving, right? So so we raised about $100 or so far in first month fees of new hosting clients and stuff. But we got several more kind of coming on right now as we speak as well too. So we'll be making a big push here for about the next 2 weeks until we kind of close this out, so we can have a big party for those folks over at the Selah house. Yeah. So this campaign, I want to tell you a little bit too, just quickly about where it came from. Our awesome administrative consultant, Stephanie Swayze. Big shout out to Stephanie Swayze. She heads up outreach and stuff at Church of Motion with Pastor David. So as Stephanie and I were talking about, what do we want to do for Christmas this year? Let's do something awesome, something amazing for somebody. She told me about this project that Church of Motion is hoping to work on, and we decided, hey, it's Fistbump Media, let's come alongside and let's support this. So that's what we want to try to do is help kind of support those folks. So with that, Pastor David, I want to kind of come to you first. What can you tell me? Tell me a little bit about Church of Motion and your vision for your church and vision for outreach and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, at the end of January, we're going to be celebrating 3 years since we launched in Sarasota, which just so much to be grateful for over those 3 years. And the vision of our church is we just want to see people changed by Jesus and living out their God-given purpose, and so that's what we're about, a group of people that Jesus has absolutely transformed our lives, and our passion is to see the people in our city have their lives transformed by Him as well, and so that's what we're about, and it's cool. God put us in a city that's an estimated 80% unchurched, which we see as just opportunity, and it's one of the things I always say, one of the most amazing things about Jesus for all of us is He meets us exactly where we are. He doesn't say get it together or know more, learn more, have more. Meets us right where we are, and so we just want to be a church. We say it a lot, where you can belong before you believe, and just want to see people encounter Jesus right where they are, and help them be discipled and step into just the potential and purpose they have in God. And so, that really rolls right into our outreach, which is called Outside the Walls outreach at Church Emotion. We want to take what's happening in the church outside the walls, and we say it a lot. The church doesn't cease to be the church outside of Sunday. I think the church is at its best outside of Sunday. We should gather together and encourage and equip and inspire each other to be the church, not just to do church one day a week, but to be it, the other 6 days of the week. And so, with outreach, we're really big on empowering and equipping people, which is, one of the reasons we wanted to partner with Selah Freedom. They already do that so well with the women, and man, we were just like, let's come alongside of them and empower them. And so they're one of our outreach partners here, partner with a lot of other churches in the city of Sarasota for just ministering to the people in Newtown. But yeah, just like the vision of our church for outreach, we want to build relationships, we want to invest, we want to equip people to live out their God-given purpose, to experience Christ and step into that potential they have in Him.
That's awesome. I really dig that. I'm a big advocate of kind of that very outward focus
Absolutely.
Stuff, and I think it's an important part to be a part of the community and be about the work that's being done in the community and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Especially with things like this. Now, I know you mentioned that you do some regular work. That one of your Selah's one of your partners and stuff too.
Yeah.
And I know Stephanie's told me about some cool projects and stuff you guys have done in the past. Anything else you can tell us specifically about how the church body is maybe getting involved with this?
Yeah. Well, with Selah Freedom as a whole, we've partnered with them for a while. I remember, we had a girl in our church who was just passionate about Selah Freedom, and I had not really heard about it. Came out of Bradenton, a church, and heard a little bit about it. I think my wife Brooke and I met with Vanessa and Elizabeth and started hearing some of the statistics that she might share. For me, it was like, I know that stuff goes on in other countries or in big cities, but to hear that's happening in our backyard, in the city that God's called us to be in and to bless and be a part of. And so right away we knew this was just, one of those, God orchestrated partnerships. And so, we were just out there a little bit ago at their Selah Freedom House where they house the girls, and we're able to provide a beach volleyball court for them and some hammocks, and able to get some lawn companies to go to our church out there. So that was awesome. And then this event, natural, we just our outreach partners want to partner with them for Christmas, and so we're involved with you, Dan, which is phenomenal. What you're doing, and raising money for gifts for the girls for Christmas. And then we actually have some women going out around Christmas time too that are going to have a Christmas dinner with the girls. Again, just so passionate about the relationship aspect and empowering them, and so we got that going on with Selah Freedom as well for Christmas.
Yeah, that's really cool. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Pastor Dave.
Yeah.
So Vanessa, I want to kind of come over to you now too, and we're talking about just how we're trying to partner with you guys and stuff, and what this is about a little bit. But let's start off. What can you tell us about Selah Freedom and the residential house program stuff? These girls that we're talking about working with and stuff.
Yeah, so Selah Freedom, we were established in 2011, and since then it has been absolutely amazing to see things unfold. Pastor David kept highlighting that word transform and empower, and that is truly our vision and our passion to transform victims into survivors, to empower them to be the women that they are destined to be, to show them that they have great worth and great purpose and great potential inside of them. So we have 4 key programs. We have awareness, prevention, outreach, and then our residential program. And that is the program where we are giving survivors the best Christmas ever, thanks to you guys. And it's just going to be really awesome to see the women in our residential program who are getting things like a personalized education plan, things like life skills, job placement, trauma therapy, pet therapy, all of this, holistic approach to their transformation. They're getting that in our residential program, and then on top of that, now they're getting the best Christmas ever, and they are receiving gifts from people that really represents so much more than just a material item. It represents them being valued, and that people love them and want to see them succeed, and that they deserve that kind of love and attention from people.
Sorry, I was just muted. That's great. I think you even just kind of already answered this this next question I have for you too. But maybe we can talk a little bit more about this as well. But what does this campaign really mean to the women being served in a situation like this?
Sure. I mean, it means so much because it's people interacting with them and showing them their worth and their value without expecting anything in return. And for these women, that's something that is so foreign to them in their past. You know, people were always taking from them. They weren't giving to them, and they didn't have the opportunity to just sit down with friends and have a Christmas dinner, or, you know, get a Christmas gift that's going to be really special for them, and make that holiday a real celebration for them. I mean, these are women who, you know, on average were taken into the sex trade between 12 and 14 years old. And so their life ever since then, and even before that, when many of them were sexually abused at home, their whole life has been just them being programmed that they're an object, and that they don't have a voice, and they don't have true value, and they don't have a purpose. But through this project, we are showing them that the exact opposite is true, and that they really have an exponential amount of talent inside of them, and purpose, and that they can dream big, and that they have people that truly, truly care about them and want to see them succeed.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really glad you brought up that point about how they're viewed quite often as objects, right, and not people as much, you know. And the one thing that kind of keeps coming back to me as I think about why this is such an important project is that they're people, man. They're worth
Right.
it, you know. Just worth it is just, you know, something that just keeps resonating with me throughout this whole thing. So that's really fantastic. I really applaud the work that you're doing there. Where can people learn more about what you do? You know, tell us how people kind of connect with you guys and learn more.
Yeah, so the best way to connect with us and learn more about our mission and our different programs and how we are truly making an impact in our community is by visiting our website. It's www.selahfreedom.com, and Selah is Selah. It means, it's a Hebrew word, it means to pause or rest and reflect. And so we give these women the first opportunity in their life to truly do that. And so it's selahfreedom.com. And, you know, there are so many different ways to get involved. Any way that you can dream of, there's a way to plug it into fighting sex trafficking. And many people don't think of it like that, you know, but, you know, by donating, your gifts truly make a difference. You know, we're offering services to women that never pay for what they're receiving, because we want to help them. That is our heart, to see survivors transformed. So when you give a gift, it really makes an impact. And so you can donate, you can invite Selah Freedom to your club or your outreach or to your church. We'd love to come share with your circle of influence. And you can volunteer, get involved in a hands-on way. I mean, that's how Church of Motion, you know, there are financial backing, but they are also so hands-on with this mission. You're coming and, you know, just doing a work day at the house, or coming and cooking a meal with the ladies, teaching a life skill, getting involved in our outreach or our awareness program. One of my favorite volunteer stories is actually a woman who, she said, you know, I'm not really a public speaker. I don't know if I'm called to work in the house. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. And so we said, well, what do you do for a hobby? And she said, well, I knit. And then we ended up having this group called Chicks with Sticks, and, you know, found that the women were so much more likely to process and to talk and be open when they were doing something creative. And so anything that you can think of, there's a way to plug that in and get involved with this fight.
I love that so much too. I think it just it means that everybody on the outside too brings some kind of value.
We all bring our own thing to this fight. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a huge win-win, I think, for everybody and stuff. So that's really cool. Awesome. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So I think we lost Pastor David. He must have dropped off. I know he was having some connection issues and stuff earlier as well. So, but yeah, I definitely, I want to thank you, Vanessa, for the amazing work that you're doing with Selah Freedom. Yeah, I know Elizabeth as well too. She's just fantastic. You guys just got to have a great heartbeat for these women and stuff. And it's such a needed work here in our community and stuff. I just shout out for Pastor David as well too. Appreciate the heartbeat of the church to be involved with this kind of thing. And anybody watching too. Thank you guys for checking this out. I want to just remind people, feel free to share this video, share the links and stuff. We've got a link on the Fistbump Media website. If you just go to fistbumpmedia.com, I always forget the backslash, right, or whatever, best Christmas ever. We'll get you to our page where you can learn a little bit more about the project and contribute and help out and stuff too. So please feel free to share that, spread it around, help us spread the word and stuff too, so that we've got the goal of $600, but I would love to be able to just blow that away. It'd be fantastic that we could just really shower these women with some big time love and stuff like that. So anybody watching, thank you. Help spread the word, and let's provide the hashtag best Christmas ever for these survivors, these amazing women. Cool. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.